Hey, what's up everyone? So it is Thursday, August 29th, and we are getting ready for today's workout, or at least getting all our stuff situated. I'm trying to get this camera situated right there. Don't fall. What is it? We're getting ready. It is a pull day. I got my pull B routine. We are going to do some head supported rows, single arm pull downs, which I might do something else instead of that today. But trying to vlog 3 days this week, trying to think of things to film other than just here's my workout, car ride, possibly cardio. So I thought this would be a fun little topic because I actually had clients asking me a little bit about like what supplements am I taking. Honestly, like all my supplements off season or prep are basically the same. The only thing that I added in during prep, which I don't think you even need to have unless you're in like a extreme fat loss phase. And I say extreme because I don't think if you're just doing a casual cut you really need it, but like some kind of EAAs, essential amino acids. Realistically, if you're not in like a caloric deficit, I don't think you really need them. You could probably get enough just with your normal protein intake. So that's the only thing I added in intro workout during prep, and I do it like every time I prep. But everything else that I have that I normally take, everything else basically simple stuff. I did just recently add this in, just some ashwagandha. So I added in some ashwagandha before I go to bed. It helps out a little bit with sleep, not a whole lot, but it helps out. It does help lower cortisol, which is one of the reasons I take it. Female competitors, you probably already know this if you're a competitor, but I would definitely recommend taking ashwagandha. It just helps out, females especially, like your cortisol will probably get elevated faster than guys. I don't think mine's really aggressive or anything like that, but I started adding it in now that we are 8 weeks out. Probably should have added it in sooner, but it is what it is. Okay, vitamin D. I take vitamin D daily. Just even though it's sunny out right now, I just take it daily, especially going into winter. You want to have some. So it's fish oil, omega-3s. I've been taking this one recently. Just some. It's called Sports Research. I just get it off Amazon. So I've been doing this version of it for a while. I've always had omega-3s, fish oil, my entire life, ever since I started working out. So fish oils have always been a big part of my repertoire. Next one. My multivitamin is my men's one a day. I've always just taken one away. I've taken other ones, like back in the day we used to always take like those animal pack ones. I think it was like 11 pills. So after a while you get tired of choking down 11 pills, so it's like I'd rather just take one pill for everything. So I've been using that one. I've tried other ones, like I said, in the past. Next up, creatine, monohydrate. It's just monohydrate. It's not like any of these fancy super creatines, expensive creatines. You don't need that. I would say just creatine monohydrate is the cheapest form. It's the most pure form. It's just get that. You don't need all those other things. I see all these people taking like these expensive ones, and you don't need all that shit. That's kind of almost all I really take, to be honest with you. I don't really take much more than that. I take magnesium occasionally before I go to bed, but really haven't been taking that recently. It doesn't help me really that much with my sleep unless I'm actually not in prep. But the only other thing I can think of is I do take occasion. I haven't taken this in a long time, but like greens and reds. So I've been taking this version from MTS. It's really good. I used to be really big on taking like greens, but like not recently. I feel like I eat plenty of vegetables. I don't really need it, but I get it. Like you could use it. I'm trying to think. I mean, looking around our little supplement thing, and it's like I think that's everything really. I mean, yeah, pre-workout, which I've always taken, and I normally take the BioLane stuff at the Outwork, but today we're actually going with Ghost Legend. Very good one. That's one of my favorites too. It's always a good go-to. That's one thing about Ghost, I feel like, is the Legend pre-workout is always just a really good go-to. And protein powder, normally I just use Optimum Nutrition right now. But, well, that's just a little video going over some of the supplements I take. If I could think of any more that's not just sitting in front of me, maybe I'll post it at the end of the video or something. But I really think that's everything. All right, awesome. All right, so let's go get this workout. And to the voiceover, we have our head supported rows, which felt great today. I'm not working with a lot of weight on these. Honestly, it's only 145, but I had to take the reps down in the last couple weeks, but I was able to bring the reps back up this week. And like I've been saying is, honestly, I'm amazed that for whatever reason, my gym performance is coming back up, even though less calories, like no calories, to be honest with you. 1650 is not a lot for me to work off of. And like sleep's garbage. Even like today, I woke up early, so I ate my first meal of the day pretty earlier than normal, and I had to go a long time without food, but yet still my gym performance is holding tight. And single arm kneeling pull downs. Now, I was planning on doing like a dual arm, so both arms at the same time, kind of just seated from the floor, just to lay off my elbow tendonitis, but I kind of just did a few to just like tester reps, and honestly, I didn't feel anything at all. So I was like, okay, let's just keep the weight a little light on these and just like do a few more extra reps. And honestly, yeah, it worked really good. The weight's pretty light on these. It's hard to really judge. I mean, it's only like, I think 60 pounds, but from this angle, and I'll be honest, this Spud Inc. cable system, it's heavier than like a normal cable system. But yeah, just feeling it. See how I'm controlling it? I'm getting that big stretch at the top. That's the one thing I'm really trying to do with these, is just really focus on that stretch at the top. So I did have one of my clients kind of ask about like changing up routines and stuff like that. So if you notice, obviously if you watch my videos, you notice that like I basically stick to the same basic exercises. The only thing I really switched up during this prep was I switched the layout. So going from full body to a legs push pull layout, but still the same exercises. And that's one of the things I really recommend, is not like program hopping and not like just switching things out all the time. One of the worst things you can really do for like making gains and making progress is kind of like going into the gym and just doing whatever. Now I understand like there's going to be a time when you go to the gym and like, you have leg press in your routine, and there's people on the leg press. You're just gonna have to make do and like do something else in the meantime, especially if you train at like prime time, like after work hours. But for the most part, you don't want to like just be swapping around exercises and just changing your layout like weekly or monthly or whatever. So for me, normally what I'll do is I'll have kind of like a layout. So like right now we're doing the legs push pull. I have the exercise selection, and the only time I really change anything else, especially in prep I really try not to change anything out. But really the only time I do is if I'm having like, let's say like elbow tendonitis or any kind of pain or something like that. Or if there's an exercise that I'm really just not feeling, I don't know, like I can't really think of any examples right now, but let's say I'm doing something and it's just like, man, I'm just not getting a good connection with this. Maybe there's a better alternative or something like that. And these dumbbell curls were just effing me up, I'll tell you. You can see my shoulder just popping, and I was just like dying on them. Yep, my face says it all. And next up is my single arm. I don't know if it's like, you want to call it like a single arm, like rear delt crossover, or a single arm rear delt fly. Like, I don't know. I guess it's like a single arm crossover. I do prefer doing these single arm. Even if I go to like a regular gym, I prefer doing them single arm. I just have a better connection with my rear delt, mainly because of the rotator tear and like the injury. I can really just kind of focus on my rear delt if I do one arm at a time. If I do both, I'm kind of like having like, I don't know, I feel like I put it too much in like my back into my scapula, where if I do single arm, yeah, just right into the rear delt the way I need to. All right, and over to some post-workout posing. We are 8 weeks out. We may be a little bit lower in body fat. Last time I had it, we were still at 10% though. Again, legs are where I'm really waiting on the last little bit to come out. Looking at the front lat spread, this is one of the harder shots for me just because my shoulder doesn't want to cooperate. Set the leg, get the back shot, side glute looking good, back looking really good, over to the side chest. That's one thing I like right now about going into the NPC is they make you throw your favorite side chest and favorite side try. So there's side try. One of the one of the things I never really liked about doing some of like the OCB shows was, you know, you have to do both sides. So you do your right side chest, left side chest, and it just never really felt like, I don't know, like one side always feels like you're just off and you're not coordinated, and the other side feels like just natural and you're like, oh, I got this. So for me, my right side is my best side. When I go to throw my left side, I just feel awkward as hell. There we go. Ab and thigh. Legs are just where we're waiting on the fat to come off. Hands on hip, most muscular. Crab, most muscular. Look good there. And now, because we are doing men's physique, this is my attempt to do some posing. Fair warning, I have no idea really how to do men's physique. I just watched some YouTube videos and just kind of doing some stuff. I am going to reach out to my coach, John Gorman, and we are going to do some posing here soon. So this is just me kind of doing it and having fun. All right, guys, so the workout went really good. It was one of those where, like, I'm still just impressed with how, you know, little I'm eating, how crappy my sleep is, just kind of how much I have to do, but how almost efficiently I'm working. You know what I mean? Like, things are moving good. We're just chipping away at it. What I was going to say. So I got a little bit more to do tonight. I got to go back up to work for just a little bit, nothing crazy. I might get some cardio done tonight. I might do it today or tomorrow. It's one of those things. I've been playing around with the idea of also increasing cardio here soon. We're only doing 3 days a week, so we may be going to 4 days here soon. Again, we're in the middle of week 8 right now, so maybe just to kick things up a notch a little bit. Once you're inside, I feel like once you're inside, like the 10 weeks out kind of thing, everything's just, it's okay if you need to grind hard, because you don't got to do it for a really long time. When you're starting like 20 weeks out, 30 weeks out, and you're like, man, I really don't feel like doing 5 days of cardio for that long of time, you know what I mean? But being this tight inside the weeks out, probably turn it up a notch. But I don't know if I'm going to film anything today. If I do some cardio, I might throw it in, but if not, thank you for watching this video.